What's up everyone, Tommy with Studio Sense here. Thanks for tuning in today. Today's video is all about those epically performing fragrances that grab people's attention and garner you the attention that you so deserve. Now, whether you're wanting attention from people or not, positive attention feels good to everyone. So that's what today's video is about. 10 fragrances that will give you epic performance and get you the right attention. Got that and more coming up, so stay tuned. Welcome back everyone. Everybody likes attention to some degree or another. I mean, of course, we all have those days where we're like hiding in a shadowy corner and don't want anyone to notice us. But for the most part, we like positive attention. Have you ever been standing in line at a grocery store and someone turned to you and say, "Hey, that smells really good, whatever you're wearing, what is that?" Or someone just randomly say, "You know what, you have really nice eyes," or "Your hair looks great," or whatever they've noticed that otherwise, in other situations, might be kind of weird. They're giving you a compliment and it feels really good. Let's say a homeless guy says, "Hey, nice shoes." It still feels good to get compliments and to get noticed for the right reasons. I wanted to only look at fragrances that have been produced in the last couple of years that are still out there on store shelves and being planogrammed by the houses that are still paying for space in the department stores, because they are the more kind of relevant and easier to get and more accessible fragrances. But these are all epically performing fragrances that will immediately get you attention when you wear them. I'm not doing them in a top 10 fashion. I'm just going through them really quickly to let you know which ones I feel like are the best bang or the best banger for your buck, pun intended. First fragrance I want to share with you that's gotten me some positive attention since it's come out is a fantastic fresh. It almost qualifies as a freshie, but it's not necessarily a blue fragrance. In fact, it's more yellow, it's more citric and more fruity. It is by the renowned house of Hermes. It is Terre d'Hermes Eau Givre. Eau Givre is a wonderfully citric, lemon, citron combination. You talk about a 1-2 punch that gives you long-lasting citrus masculine vibes. This one will do it. This one is stupid fresh, can be worn on any occasion, is a great casual pick, and still carries that really refined Terre d'Hermes scent profile. Another fragrance that I stand by as being a fantastic performing fragrance that will immediately get you attention when you wear it and really can be worn on any occasion for any reason is a fragrance by Viktor and Rolf, and you got to pull the pin on this one. It is Spice Bomb Infrared. Despite the fact that it's a spicier fragrance that most people would recommend wearing in cooler weather, you can literally wear this at any time. It's actually a little bit smoother. Kind of the rough edges of those spices have been smoothed a bit through the formulation from the standard Spice Bomb to the extreme to infrared. By the time they've gotten to infrared, they've really kind of refined the process, polished up the formula quite a bit. And this to me stands as one of the best flankers, if not the best thus far, of the Spice Bomb line. A lot of houses, when they try to do a red fragrance, it ends up smelling kind of generic and cheap. Not so with Spice Bomb Infrared. This next fragrance has been chosen as #1 in certain categories on this channel, and I stand by it as being one of the most dominant, prominent, strong fragrances that I feel like is masculine that you can wear and be noticed in, and that is Dior Sauvage Elixir. To me, Sauvage Elixir is kind of one of those once-in-a-lifetime fragrances that if you're hedging your bets on which fragrance to get that's going to be able to be utilized in most scenarios, hyper versatile, a fragrance that's going to garner you the most attention and last the longest, it's really hard to do much better than Sauvage Elixir. It's that amazing. It's interesting, a lot of the art assets used to describe Elixir, like volcanic, you know, you've got this rumbling, quiet fire that's building, and it builds to a climax and just explodes into the air as this sulfuric, smoky, hot, burning, yet cool to the touch kind of aspect. And I think that's a really cool and appropriate way to describe the aromatic vibe of Sauvage Elixir. It carries nuances of licorice, facets of pine. It's got some darker, smoky, shadowy aspects to it. Again, if you're looking for immediate attention and long-lasting epic performance, it's hard to do better than Sauvage Elixir. A lot of times when designer houses reformulate popular fragrance, the end results aren't necessarily what they were expecting and what people were expecting. But that's not the case with Yves Saint Laurent Y. This particular reformulation came out last year in 2022 and has turned out to be a fantastic redo of an already excellent DNA. Not only does Y, the reformulation, smell stronger, it lasts longer. It's got amazing performance, and they didn't go backwards in terms of the draw or appeal of the original Y. It's still there, they just used a little bit different constituents to create the formula, but it smells absolutely the same. This apple fruit, fantastic, lightly aldehydic, long-lasting compliment puller is better than ever in the 2022 edition. Y the EDT by Yves Saint Laurent. Speaking of getting better with time, the best-selling men's fragrance of all time by Giorgio Armani, Acqua di Gio, released Acqua di Gio, the Eau de Parfum version, harkens back to the original release and kind of refreshes that. Not only does it have a better kind of lightly salty oceanic dry woods driftwood appeal to it, it still has that hyper versatile wear anywhere at any time kind of overall quality to it, which is what led it to being the best-selling men's fragrance of all time. With the concentration of oils being just right in the EDP version, not only lasts longer, but when it does become a skin scent, is its most appealing. 6+ hours later, this smells amazing right off your skin, and she will appreciate it, and anyone who smells it on you will appreciate it. Again, fantastic compliment pulling signature scent. Acqua di Gio, the EDP. Probably the best combination of red ginger, woodsy notes, and bourbon vanilla on the market right now for men that will not only perform all day long for you, but capture you the most attention and compliments is actually by Azzaro, and it is the Most Wanted Parfum. The Most Wanted Parfum is like the epic kind of evolution of Wanted and the Most Wanted DNA. Now, Wanted was originally the OG Wanted, then Wanted by Night, then became an epic scent and still is a really good scent. Then they kind of went the gourmand direction with the Most Wanted, and now kind of the Azzaro love child that resulted from the fusion of the Most Wanted, Gourmand, and Wanted by Night. Fantastic, epic performing fragrance. Guys, listen, I can just tell you all day long how well this performs, but you won't really know until you try it. Try a sample of it. Heck, this is one of those I wouldn't even tell you to try a sample of. Just go out and buy a bottle. You know, if you don't own this, you really need to, if what you're searching for is attention. Azzaro, the Most Wanted Parfum, is one of the most mass appealing DNAs ever created for men. So if the combination of epic performance and attention seeking is what is your gig, is your bag, then those two find their home in the Most Wanted Parfum. Another epically performing fragrance that will get you the attention that you want for all the right reasons is by Jean-Paul Gaultier. It is Scandal pour Homme Le Parfum. Scandal is especially the Le Parfum version, which is the heavier concentration of oils. Although I do like the original Scandal, this one just carries itself a bit better, and it definitely is bombs away in terms of in the territory of performance. Not only does this outlast the original, it just has a seductive quality that just is so much better. You're looking at heavy doses of geranium, tonka bean, sandalwood in this wonderful trifecta, this creamy, seductive, heavy mix. It's got this sultry, seductive pull that makes it great for date nights, just everyday wear in terms of attention seeking and compliment pulling. Another great performing fragrance that will pull you compliments is by a designer that creates fragrances specifically to be mass appealing. It is Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Elixir. Now, I will tell you straight away, no matter what you've heard about this fragrance, whether it's been some negative Nancy comments or this is the best fragrance ever, the reality is it's really good. If you like anything about the combination of apple, Davana, vanilla, and if you're not familiar with Davana is it's floral, but it's closely associated with like Artemisia. So when you smell it, it's like a light, dry fruit. So combination of apple, fruit, and creamy, sweet vanilla. If that's something that sounds good to you, you get that profile in spades in 1 million elixir. That's what it's all about. It is a little on the heavy side as an elixir though. That's what you might expect. It's a little heavy on the sweet side, but that sweetness is perfectly balanced by the fruit and vanilla combination, and that's what makes it an epic wear, and it will pull you compliments. There's no question about it. It simply performs the way you might expect an elixir to perform, and that's why it's in this list. 1 million elixir by Paco Rabanne. Another fragrance that in my experience wears amazingly well and will actually get you compliments. I think the first few days that I wore it, I got several compliments when I was running errands. And yet some people feel like it's just kind of a generic or basic kind of fragrance. In no way is in reality. It's by Ralph Lauren. It is Ralph's Club Parfum. The original Ralph's Club I really liked, but the Parfum edition is so much greener. Got that apple kind of overall. I'm a big fan of apple. So if you like the overall tonal quality or note of apple in terms of a fruit note, fantasy note for fragrance, you'll really like Ralph's Club Parfum, because that's primarily what you get in the open, is this very apple rich, but then it goes into a green kind of lavender-esque, lavender, rosemary, clary sage-esque kind of appeal. It also has healthy doses of patchouli, vetiver, and cashmere in the base that makes it an overall banger. Guys, let me just tell you, I can spray this on, and wherever my wife is in the house, she'll come out of the room and be like, did you just spray on Ralph's Club? How powerful projecting that this fragrance is, at least the Parfum edition. So if you're looking to be noticed, this is definitely one that will get you noticed for all the right reasons. Last of the 10 fragrances that I want to share with you that will definitely get you compliments, get you noticed, and perform epically. Shouldn't be pulling up the rear. That's just happened to be when, I was pulling them off the shelf where it landed. It is an Emporio Armani fragrance. It is Stronger With You Oud. Now, by far, the Oud edition of this particular line is going to be the most long-lasting and the most epically performing for obvious reasons. So if you like a combination of pungent, nutty, heavy, glazed chestnuts and then dark, rich woods that just seem to linger and linger and linger, then you will really enjoy Stronger With You Oud. It makes oud more palatable. No matter what you've heard about oud, it's animalic, it's fecal, it smells like dung, it smells like whatever. All of that has nothing to do with what you'll experience in Stronger With You Oud. Epic fragrance. Definitely one that will get you attention and one that will last well into the wee hours of the morning. Well, guys, that's it for my short list of 10 fragrances that I know from personal experience will get you attention for all the right reasons, will get you compliments, and will last all day. You can definitely go to your retail locations, your rack stores, and get them. They're probably sitting on the shelf or can be had very easily. You can definitely get them at discounters, and I've got links below if you want to check any of them out or purchase any of them. Guys, you will not be disappointed by any of these 10. I easily stand behind all of them because they're great, great offerings, great colognes. If any of these that I've talked about today are your favorites, let me know which ones are or which one is, or if I've missed one that is your absolute best epic performing fragrance that pulls you looks, compliments, and all the right attention, let me know what those are as well in the comments below. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by to check out today's epic video. As always, thank you so much for your continued support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow.